What's up, everybody? It's Soren Baker here on Unique Access Entertainment. As always, please hit that subscribe button. It's right down there and it's free. That enables us to keep coming to y'all as often as possible with as many interviews as possible. So please hit that subscribe button, like our content, share it, talk about it, be about it, each one, teach one. And we appreciate your support in getting us this far. Now, today we have the honor and the privilege of being joined by Shabazz, the Disciple. Thank you for coming through, sir.
Yes, sir. Wings up, man. Thank you for having me, man.
Yes.
Thanks for Corey, you know what I mean? All Eye Publishing for setting it up. My brother, man, Detroit. What up, though?
Yes. Corey coming through. So shout out to
That's
Corey.
Right. That's right.
Appreciate him making the connection.
Yeah, yo, we got a joint out right now, too, you know, on All Eye Publishing. You know, it's called Indignation. And we had one before that. It was Gethsemane. And then we had an EP before that. It was called Red Hook Thug Angel. So look that up. All Eye Publishing. Or what up, though?
Yes, but I wanted to get into Indignation because it's a new song. But as you've done throughout your career, which I've always appreciated, you put in a lot of religious, big picture, societal things, worldwide things.
Yeah, I wouldn't say religious, but like spiritual. Yeah, spiritual. You know, I'm a spiritual person, and I always was. Like, you know, my mother told me stories when I was 8 months. You know, her friends was like 20, and they would come all the way to my block in Red Hook in the back. I'm in the carriage, and they would stand around the carriage and have conversations with me. And I was talking and everything, making sense and everything. 2 years old, I went to the store by myself. I knew how much change they were supposed to give me. So the spirit was always on me. So it's bigger than me. It's beyond me. But you know, I'm like an antenna, and I just make the picture clearer. And I'm thankful that I'm blessed to do that, to make it all clear. And produced by Zal, you know what I mean? Indignation. Yeah, All Eye Publishing, man.
So what role did your mom have, would you say, in your spiritual evolution at that early and then as it continues?
I was probably doing pull-ups on her ribs when I was in her stomach. No, I'm just playing. Actually, her spirit intertwined with my father's, and they made me. But my grandmother, my father's mother, she taught me the Bible. At 2 years old, she gave me a test on the Bible, and I got 100. Before she passed, I went to go visit her, and she was sick. And she said, "You remember this?" And she pulled out the test. It was yellow. You know how the papers turn old and they look like you pissed on them, excuse my language. And I looked at it and we started crying because I was like, wow, remember this day. And I was 2 years old and I had 100. She put a star on it. You know how the teacher do that? I wasn't in school yet, but she put a star on it and the sprinkles and, you know, like the glitter. Like when a kid passes a test, it's like, hey, she made that visible on the test. I got 100 on the Bible at 2. My favorite story was David and Goliath. And she said, this is why I named you David, because you love that story. Your father is David. We named you, your mother named you David. You know what's crazy? My father's brother, God bless both of them, Junie, if you see a video called Dear Papa, I'm talking about them. And when my mother was 2 months pregnant, right? Junie told my mother, you're gonna have a boy on my birthday, and you're gonna name him David. 7 months later, she had me on April 11th, his birthday, and she named me David. So I guess it's through the bloodline, it came to me. So yeah.
No, yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Huh.
So, you know, I tapped right into the spirit. I guess it was just already in my stream, and then I just, you know what I mean? And then there was a situation that happened on the F train, like later on in life, 18. You know, we was coming from Coney Island on Easter Sunday, you know, me and my friends. And there was some other guys. It was like 20 guys. We was 8 of us. And the guys, you know, it was a fight on the train, right? So one of them, he had a gun. None of us knew. So he got up, started shooting everybody. Pow, 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 right? So the last shot he had, which we didn't know at the moment, he shot my friend in the head and he died right there. It was just blood. So he put the same gun right to my head, and there was no bullets left. So right there at that moment, right, I felt like I had an out of body experience. I was like on top of the train, hovering, looking down at the situation. And ever since then, I felt like I died and I went to the spiritual realm, and that's where I'm at now. And we all already died. This is where you go when you die. That's why I'm so spiritual like that. There was events that took place in my life that made me catch on to it and activated it, like the superheroes, like Stan Lee wrote about all of the X-Men. Everything I read about all of the X-Men, they all have one thing in common. They all had that one near-death experience that activated their spiritual. And wow, I said, that sounds familiar. So I don't know if I'm an X-Man, but you know, I would love to be.
There you go. Now on
maybe
Indignation,
Stan Lee, you know, not Stan Lee, but maybe somebody who's doing the superhero movies could cast me in and I could play a good superhero. I don't know.
there you go. Now
Yep.
on Indignation, also you talk about how the Most High is about to destroy and rebuild, and that's obviously a recurring theme too in a lot of music and art in general.
Yes.
So
Yes.
why do you think that's about to be happening now?
No, I don't think that, because the world is so wicked. It's just like when it was Noah, the days of Noah, and when he sent Noah out to preach them to get on the ark because God is about to destroy the land with water, right? Some people didn't listen, didn't take him serious. Get out of here, you bum. Okay, no doubt. He just kept building the ark. And then when the ark was done, to get two of each kind, animal, male and female, so they can reproduce and repopulate the earth with that kind, each kind. And then he had to also get 7 of each kind. See, people know that. Also, he said, I'm not going to destroy the earth with water next time, with fire. So right now, when you look at the wars and rumors of wars activity going on, that looks like the fire that he was talking about. So I just know how to speak it in a rhyme and make it make sense. You take it from there.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. And you
know, there's a lot of prophecies in the Bible that he spoke about that's gonna lead up to it. And I tackled a lot of them, you know what I mean? And you could see them. Like, remember the gas prices was crazy and there was a diesel gas shortage and all of this. What does that do? The gas shortage makes the trucks can't deliver the food. So that's the famine. No food in the shelves. The shelves was empty. You know, then you had the when we had the pandemic really starting in 2020, the shelves was empty. Everybody was panicking and buying everything, so the shelves was empty. And all of that's in the scriptures. So yeah. I just know how to put it in a song.
Okay. Well, everybody should check out Indignation if they haven't already.
Yeah, Indignation, man. Yeah, he gonna start it all over because wickedness has exceedingly polluted the earth once again. And we at that point where he's just gonna reset it, start it all over, and bring it back right. Because everybody's just losing their mind. Everybody's just stressed out, depressed. Nothing is going right for nobody. So everybody's just out of whack, right? Out of the right spirit. So he's just gonna reset it.
Right.
Just like he did with Noah. So get on the ark, man. The spiritual ark.
Yes. And speaking of spirit, the first time I ever heard of you or knew who you were was the Diary of a Madman with the Gravediggaz.
Oh, yeah. Be a witness. Yeah, man. That day, I never forget that day. It was in October. It was like, it's coming up too, like October probably 13th. I don't remember the exact date, but it was like around second week of October or something like that. And RZA hit me up. He's like, yo, because I already met him, you know what I mean? Like my cousin Freestyle from the Arsonist. Love you, cuz. His manager in 92 was Flipper. Flipper was the best dancer in New York. In that time, the dancers in New York was the famous ones. They knew all the clubs, they had all the girls. They was more famous than the rappers, everybody. So Flipper was managing the Translator crew also, which y'all know as the Fugees now. My cousin was going to be the 4th member of the Fugees. So Flipper was like, I'm going to bring you around to different producers' houses so I can get some beats for you to do your demo. One of the guys' houses was RZA, Prince Rakeem in Staten Island. So, we do reggae, you know what I mean? So freestyle, he had mostly reggae on his demo. So he played his demo for RZA. And RZA was like, yo, it's dope, but I don't deal with reggae. I don't know what to do with reggae, you know what I mean? So he's like, yo, I got somebody you're gonna love. And he put my tape on, and that was it. RZA called me, and that's how that started. So fast forwarding to that day that I was saying in October, RZA called me like, oh, come to the studio, Firehouse. Yo, I got my son tight fit, perfect on. Come to the studio. I was like, all right. My heart was like, I was scared. I got in the car, I got in a cab. I was on the Brooklyn Bridge. It was mad foggy. It looked like a Gravediggaz video already. Like, it got mad foggy. And I just started thinking of the craziest things I could think of, and like extreme lyrics in my mind. Like, I said, this is it. This is my moment. I felt it. So when I got to the studio, RZA was in the booth. I mean, not in the booth. He was in the control room with Ethan Ryman. Matter of fact, that's the one who's in that Wu-Tang series. That's the studio, and that's Ethan Ryman in the studio. And that's not him, but the guy playing him in Firehouse. So when I got there, RZA was like, yo, come in, God, sit down. I sat right next to him on the boards, and he was like, yo, put the beat on. He played the beat. I looked at the speaker. I looked at RZA, like, in my mind, like, are you fucking serious? I ain't never heard a beat like that in my life. It just bust my whole head. And I said, I need a paper. And at that time, I was writing everything in red ink. I was red, everything red. And Pedro San, my brother, he went and got me a pad. He told Fuquan, that's when I met Fuquan and Poetic and Prince Paul. I didn't see them yet. When I went in the room, I guess it was at the store, and then they came back. And they was looking in the little window. I guess they had some food or whatever. He's like, yo, come in. So, yo, we all go right to this. I wrote my verse real quick, and I was just sitting there waiting. Everybody was writing, and Richard was like, yo, you done? I'm like, yeah, I'm done. He's like, yo, let me hear what the guard got. And the session was done. They was like, we got it. We're gonna follow after that. So that's how that happened. And I was like, damn, I think I did it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I did it. I couldn't blow it, bro. I had to do it. So that's what that session was like right there. So anybody want to know? I mean, y'all probably heard this story before, but yeah, maybe he could reach others who didn't hear it.
No, it's crazy because I remember when I first heard it, I was like, who's this dude talking about examined since I was semen and drugged up with diseases of evil? I was like, what? What is this?
Your bones, assassinate him, cremate him, evaporate him. Yeah, when you get with RZA, man, A game, bro, double A. No B sides, double A sides. You got to go in. You know what I mean? Because you got a million dudes that's spitting crazy. So you got to stand out. You know what I mean? You don't want to just be another one on the sidelines trying to get in. You want to get like, yo, get in that booth right now. That's what you want to hear from him. You know what I mean? So, because he was the captain of the ship. So you got to, you know what I mean, show him that he didn't make a mistake by calling you. You know what I mean? So I delivered, you know what I mean? I had Red Hook on my back, and I just did it for us. You know what I'm saying? My uncle Younger Nut, you know, who handed me my first mic. He believed in me from day one. You know what I'm saying? I just couldn't let them down. And it's crazy because my uncle Younger Nut and my uncle Rozelle, they both birthday is on Halloween. So I was like, yo, I did a Halloween anthem. And every year they play Diary of a Madman on the radio. They play Thriller, Diary, and My Mind's Playing Tricks on Me. Those are like top 3 Halloween anthems. And I'm proud to be of that number in that realm right there. Like, that was a birthday present for my uncle Younger Nut, because he got me into this. You know what I mean? He handed me my first mic. Yeah.
So then on the one hand, it's one thing to want to stand out and go in, but on the other hand, did you worry or think about like, yo, this is so crazy, this is like demonic stuff I'm talking about, like angel,
no, because I know how to make it sound. See, it's balance. If you really understand what I said, it's all positive. Buck, I give your ass the Holy Spirit. I ain't talking about shooting no demons or shooting you. I'm talking about shooting the word of the Most High and cleansing you. That's it. I just made it sound demonic and horror because that's, that's how it came out. But when you really want to hear the meaning of everything, listen, I went through hell. Red Hook Projects was hell, and Islam, at that time, it guided me through the time that I needed it. So,
Yeah.
And I was and fighting a holy war in the mental. We all doing that. We fighting our demons. I'm like, some days I feel like getting evil. Some days I don't want to do it. So that's the fight. As long as you acknowledge it and don't deny it, there's a fight.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
It's real simple, when you think about it. Of course, I'm gonna put some horror images in there and all that, because I knew Gravediggaz. Come on, you got it. That's horror, and that's what I do. That's why he knew to call me.
Be sure to check out the History of Gangster Rap by Soren Baker. He's official.
History of Gangster Rap features exclusive interviews with Ice-T, Snoop Dogg, MC Ren, the D.O.C, and dozens of others. The History of Gangster Rap, a definitive look at how Los Angeles changed rap forever.
In Los Angeles, the streets definitely set the tone of the hip-hop music.
A 19, I got a $50,000 car.
My whole angle always was, I'll be street, but I will always tell you the horrors that go along with this life.
It would be penalties and casualties for just wearing the wrong color in somebody's neighborhood.
And once gangster rap made it from the streets to the TV, the genre exploded.
With Fab 5 on your TV back with NWA.
Yo MTV, it just catapulted us from being local heroes to national gangbang rappers.
The History of Gangster Rap discusses it all from 1980 up till today.
It's always gonna be shit happening in the streets. You know what I mean? So it's always gonna be something to talk about.
The History of Gangster Rap in stores now.